Are you having fun in your business? I mean, it should be fun, right? Well, sometimes the fun gets overlooked when you're dealing with the have-tos, the complexities of being your own boss and actually running the show. It's my goal that this, the Fun Business, Fun Money podcast, can help reignite your spark of fun by providing tips, tools, insights, and inspiration so you can enjoy running your business in the simplest, easiest, most fun way possible. I'll be sharing practical tips and ideas that you can implement immediately, along with business and money mindset insights to keep you moving forward no matter what's going on around you. I'm your host, Deirdre Amies, the Fun Business and Money Coach and founder of Powered by Personality. Let's play. Welcome back to another episode of the Fun Business, Fun Money podcast. If you're listening in real time, it's April 2023, and where I live in Queensland, Australia, it is finally starting to cool down from the intense heat and humidity of summer. The sun is shining most days, and I'm quite often having to wait to record these episodes because there are cockatoos, kookaburras, and a whole bunch of other really noisy birds around the neighbourhood. I absolutely love that. I love living here. It's been about 15 months or so since our big move from Sydney, where we lived for 17 years. And if you don't know my background, I'm actually from the south of New Zealand. My hubby Shay and I, we moved to Sydney in 2005 with our two boys, Cody and Leo, who were both under 5. We were basically looking for better weather and more opportunities. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, it actually ties in with the tool that I'm about to share with you, which I discovered a little over 2 years ago, and I've been in love with it, verging on obsessed with it ever since. It's not a business-specific tool, but it is absolutely a life tool, and it's given me real peace of mind as I and my family have made some pretty major, epic decisions and taken bold actions. And that tool is an app, also a website, but it's an app called Teledipity, 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 like serendipity, but it's technology. In fact, this is straight from the website. Serendipity, a happy accident, finding something of immense value through an astonishingly beautiful circumstance of randomness. Teledipity, inserting that strange and powerful magic into your smartphone so it can touch you every day. Now, I love that because, in a nutshell, teledipity is numerology. I might have mentioned it in a previous episode that I'm into numerology. Maybe not. I don't know. I think it's a fascinating insight and perspective on what's going on around you. Yes, it's totally woo, but I'm a big fan of numbers and simplicity. And this definitely makes some decisions really easy. And it's a little bit of reassurance and peace of mind that can ease the anxiety that comes when you've got no idea what's coming, what's next, or even what you're doing. It's not going to tell you what's going to happen, of course. It's not specific at all. But like I said, it's a little reassurance and guidance that you're on the right path. And that's exactly what it gave me, the reassurance that I was on the right path, especially through 2021 and into 2022. As Shay and I made the decision to sell our house in Sydney that we'd had for 15 years and move almost 1,000 kilometres north to Queensland. We're now on the north side of Brisbane, which is where the 2032 Olympics will be held. Fun fact. There were so many unknowns and uncertainties that we were up against in making that decision. It was during lockdown here in Australia, and we couldn't actually travel anywhere further than a 5 kilometre radius of our home, let alone to Queensland to look at houses. The whole time we were just operating on faith and optimism that everything was going to work out as it was meant to. Everything would be fine. And you know what? It did. Right down to the right real estate agents, the right buyers, the weather, border restrictions lifting, and finding a weird and wonderful solution for actually moving our stuff interstate on schedule when there were no moving companies available. That was a doozy. There were so many times I wondered if we were doing the right thing, but getting those regular insights from Teledipity made a world of difference because it helped me stay the course, and in turn that flowed on to being able to reassure everyone else that we were doing exactly what we needed to do. And I think if I hadn't followed my intuition on all of this, nothing would have changed. We would probably still be living in the same house in Sydney. We would still have a mortgage and be impacted by the rising cost of living on a much higher level than we are now, where we don't have a mortgage. So you might be wondering, why numerology over astrology? Well, they basically give you the same guidance. It's simply a matter of preference. I find numerology just makes sense. It's a lot less jargony than astrology. I mean, no offense, but I really don't care if the sun is rising in Aquarius or Mercury is in retrograde or whatever the hell those things even mean. Honestly, when people start talking those things around me, I'm lost pretty quickly. I switch off and just nod and smile because I like things simple and easy, remember? Now, I'm not going to go into the science of numerology because, quite frankly, it's not my zone of genius. I leave that to the experts, one of which is the absolutely lovely Andrew Gabelich, creator and founder of Teledipity. Suffice to say, he uses the Pythagorean approach to numerology, and at least for me and many of my friends, it is spookily accurate. We often compare our results and reflect back on what just happened in the past week or the past month, and there's a lot of, oh my God, wow, I didn't see that at the time, but there it is. Now, I'm not going to lie, I would absolutely love to get Andrew on here for a chat sometime. Even though I don't generally have guests, I may from time to time. Although, fair warning, I'll be not so quietly fangirling. Andrew and I had a chat a while back for some research he was doing, and he's such a lovely human being doing good things in the world. Now, you can just enjoy the free stuff. There's a monthly forecast, a monthly podcast, as well as a yearly forecast and podcast, which will give you an overview of what's coming in the year ahead. But I also highly recommend getting onto the premium version, because that's where you get weekly forecasts and other updates as well. And just allow yourself to embrace this little bit of woo. It's not specific, as I said, because that's up to you to observe what's going on for you and apply it to your individual life or business or career experiences. The numbers are not going to give you precise instructions or the answers to your burning questions. Just think of it like a little intuitive nudge, a little bit of guidance to look at things a different way, or to stay the course, or to embrace something that you might have been rejecting. It all feels quite serendipitous, and it feels like you're sharing a private joke with the universe, and that ultimately everything is going to work out just fine. So that's what I got for you today. Teledipity. Go check it out at teledipity.com, teledipity.com, or download the app and get yourself set up. And of course, I would love to hear if your results sound like you. Send me a DM. I'm at Fun Business Fun Money, all one word, on both Facebook and Instagram. Or you can email me, hello@deirdreamies.com. You'll find the links to those and to the Teledipity website in the description of this episode and in the show notes. As always, take care, have fun following your intuition, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for joining me. If you found this episode useful, make sure you hit that follow button on your chosen podcast platform so you get the notifications when each new episode goes live and you don't miss anything. If you know someone who would also get something from it, don't be shy, share it with them. One of the best things about being a business coach for online entrepreneurs is helping them make sense of their creative ideas and turn them into a simple, clear business system that actually makes money. A client recently described me as a castle building expert. You've got the big vision and some of the building materials already, but you don't quite know how to bring it all together into a solid foundation. Then I come along and I show you the blueprint that makes sense of it all. I love that analogy. And I'd love to show you your personalized blueprint, the one that's just right for you and your clients. But I can't do that until you join Ignite, my business and money coaching program. So head on over to deirdreamies.com/ignite for all the details. Fill out the application form and let's talk about building your castle in the simplest, easiest way possible.